Hello everybody, this is Ryan over at High Carb Regenerator. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, like, subscribe. Let's get into this. So the title of this video is going to be I went vegan and I gained weight. Here's the title. All right, we're back. You know, I keep getting messages about this. Some people got my phone number, which is fine. Most people message me DM on IG. I have an Instagram. Go check it out. I post at least once a decade. But it's a good place to reach out, and I usually get back. I'm not the greatest at it, but I try. And a lot of people have been reaching out to me since I started this channel and saying, I ate a grain of sugar and I gained 3 pounds. What's up? What's up, man? And that's going to happen if you were on a plan of nothing but meat. This is going to happen. You know, I can't. So the only thing that I can respond, when you are only eating keto, only eating carnivore, only eating whatever, no carbs whatsoever, the reason you are losing weight, is because you took out the bond that kept the water weight in your body. So what happens is there's 3 parts water to 1 part, and they combine and they create what they create. And so when you take out the carbohydrates, and your body needs the carbohydrates, it removes that, and the bond falls apart, and the water comes out. And your body also needs that water to undo the toxicity that you are doing to yourself when you eat all the meat, the fat, and, well, they're not the fat as much, but the meat, because the amino acids are too much for your body to handle. So what happens is it removes all the stores of water in your body, and it neutralizes the amino acids that you are pummeling yourself with, and it neutralizes it, and it also takes out the minerals from your bones and neutralizes the acids that you are eating. Now, I'm not saying that amino acids are not needed to some level, but it's much lower than when you are on keto, carnivore, whatever you want to call it. Paleo. Does this still exist? I have no idea. You know, paleo is the one where everything's in a bottle. You know, you unscrew it from the tree back in the, Paleolithic days, went and, here's a tub of whey protein, here's a tub of whatever, because everything comes in a tub somehow on paleo. And and people are like, oh yeah, that must be the way it was back in the day. Special. And you eat all this shit. You destroy your system, you lose a ton of weight, you become emaciated, you look terrible, bags under your eyes, can't sleep, hair starts falling out, and you're like, oh, this is the best ever, because you're on a euphoria high, because your body is like, oh shit, we're dying. We got to pump out as much adrenal as possible to go find food that we actually need. And everybody's like, oh man, this is the best diet ever, man. You got to do paleo or whatever the fuck we're doing now these days. And then you add in carbohydrates. You're like, oh, I gained 3 pounds, man. This doesn't work. It's all fat. And my first question is, do you have a DEXA scan? And they're like, what's that? Well, you somehow know that this is all fat. How do you know that? Oh, well, it's got to be. Got to be fat. Okay. That's a good answer. So how do you know? Oh, well, I ate 1,000 calories of sugar and it somehow turned into 3,500 calories of fat. I'm like, oh, okay. That makes sense. So you're not gaining fat. It's not happening. It's not even possible. You can't eat 1,000 calories worth of sugar and 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. There's no conversion in the body, right? There's no like, oh, we're going to triple that calories. I'm going to add to that. It's not possible. What happens is your body's like, oh, we're actually eating food that we're meant to eat. Let's store it. Let's store it in our muscles. You know, people think that muscles are built to store amino acids, but they're not. They're not. They're built from amino acids. They don't store it. They're storing the glycogen. You ever hear of hitting the wall or whatever when you're running or cycling? Hitting the wall is not running out of amino acids. It's not running out of fat because you got plenty of it. No matter how skinny you are, you got plenty. Unless you're anorexic, then you don't. It is you running out of glycogen. Why do you think Gatorade? Well, before the zero whatever Gatorade bullshit is out there, Gatorade is trash as it is, and then they make it even more trash by making it zero carbohydrates. What they made their name on is sugar flavored water. Now they're taking the sugar out of how they made their name. So you are storing this as glycogen because your body runs on glycogen. Most of your functions run on sugar. So what's happening when you go on these terrible diets is you are removing all the glycogen that you have stored because your body runs on glycogen. So what happens is it starts turning the amino acids that you're eating into glycogen. So you're going to eat glycogen whether you like it or not. All right. You're having glycogen. You're having sugar whether you like it or not. If you eat too much protein, it's just going to convert it. And, you know, that's a very expensive process in the body. So yes, of course, that causes you to lose a little bit more weight. But how long do you want to poison yourself? You know, you can see the keto warriors who come on there. They're crazy people. They're crazy. You know, the facts. You know, that's my favorite. You know, you know it's a keto idiot or a carnivore moron when they're talking about, they start their thing off with facts. You know, okay. I usually don't respond, or I just write back, sure. You know, go along. You know, it's just a waste of my time. They're a waste of my time. You know, like I put the message out there. If you are so deep into keto or carnivore that you can't see the truth, I did what I could. Anyway, back to the bottom line. The bottom line is when you eat this stuff, you are going to gain weight. It's just going to happen. You know, you either can handle it or you can't. But at some point, your body is not going to be able to sustain the toxicity that you are feeding it. It might take a long time like it did with me. I was maybe not keto the entire time. And actually, I'm going to be doing a question and answer probably today. I don't know when it's going to go out. And one of the questions somebody wanted me to answer is what I ate on keto. I'm going to talk about that in that question and answer. I did not always stay keto. I mean, I'm going to be straight up, because you can only do keto for so many years before the binge is coming. It's coming for you. It is coming for you. My binge, you'll have to see in that video. I'm not giving anything away because I want you to watch the video. But know that binge is coming because your brain can only function so long on food that it really doesn't need for so long. It can only convert this into food that it does need for so long before you're gonna pay the piper. Whether that's cancer, adrenal fatigue, death, whatever the hell it is, it's coming for you. Losing all your hair, not being able to sleep, bags under your eyes. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, you can tell keto people because they're shaking like this because they're living off the coffee, and they hate everything. They're so mad all the time. All the time. They're so mad. I sound mad now, but I'm not. I just get so... It drives me nuts because I was there. They tell me, like, you got to go on keto. Like, I didn't do it. I did it, like, to the T for a long time. And it worked great. And I'm like, this is amazing. I was going for my walks. I was doing the keto or, you know, a variation of it. Keto didn't, you know, the term wasn't terribly around yet. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't working anymore. And I'm like, what's going on, bro? And then I couldn't take it anymore. And somebody was eating a cheesecake or something like that. And I like tackled them, knocked them out of the way, took their entire cheesecake, and I ate the entire thing. This is going to happen. And they're not going to tell you about this. No one on this diet is going to tell you about it because they defend it. It's like crazy. No one's going to tell you, yeah, I ate an entire cheesecake yesterday. But it was a keto cheesecake, right? There was no sugar in it whatsoever. Which isn't even, can you make it? I don't know if you can even make a cheesecake. Whatever. The point of this is, look at these doctors who are touting this stuff. Look at the people who are touting this stuff. They might be skinny. They might be slender. But they're like this. And next line, please, because I can't even remember what I'm saying. So I need a line. I can't remember what I'm saying. This is how they act. I'm shouting at a microphone right now. I barely even had that much to eat already today, and I still got energy from yesterday. But these people are, next line, I can't remember what the fuck I'm saying. Next line, and then they fall over. But nobody shows that that's where the cut is in the jump cut in the film is because they fell over because they're so tired. This is not. It sounds like, but this isn't a hate video. I've been there. I understand. I defended it to the T. Because back in the day, doctors didn't want me doing this at all. They were completely against it. They're like, you're going to destroy your organs. When I first told them what I was doing back in the late 90s. They were so against it. And now they're touting it. But the ones who are touting it, they can barely get a conversation in. And the doctor office has got a professional coffee machine in it. Why do you think that is? They got a bun right there. Not even like the low-grade bun. They got industrial, commercial grade bun because they cannot function without coffee. Anyway, you're going probably to gain weight when you go from eating no carbohydrates. It doesn't even have to be vegan. This has nothing to do with vegan. Nothing to do with vegan. I should have said this in the beginning. I'll probably put this at the beginning. You gaining weight has nothing to do with vegan. If you add carbohydrates in, no matter where the source, you are going to gain weight because your body is going to store this stuff. This is what it does. This is what the muscles are for, store glycogen. That's what they're built for. It's to get you to your next meal source. It doesn't store a lot. It stores a lot of fat, unlimited capability. Doesn't store a lot of glycogen though. And that's your fuel. Why do you think it would store it? Anyway, I do what I can. I do what I can. Comments, questions down below. Give me a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.